This is okay.
Yeah, I'm not really sure where this came from, but it kind of sounds like Law and Order.
Man, you're
type
really
deal.
off your game this week.
Something's weird.
Have you found your game this football season?
No, I slept.
You slept through September and October. I thought you'd rebound in November.
Still sleeping.
All right.
It's hibernation season.
Who is this?
It's actually Nate Dogg and Warren G. It's
Okay.
actually a rap song, which is
The background music, though,
I actually like it now.
is Michael McDonald back in the 1980s.
A little bit higher.
That's the actual background is.
Okay.
kind of smooth.
How do you know that?
Just because
They did sample this. Yes,
my
you're
dad,
right,
I grew up having to listen to Michael McDonald and not,
I don't even know who Michael McDonald is.
Yeah, I have
Is
to,
he an R&B singer?
No, it's more. I don't even know how to frame it up. Tweet to us. How would you frame
He's
up
that
Michael
good.
McDonald? Well, he's an old school guy.
Okay.
You know, it's back with post Eagles, right?
I'm with you. I'm with you.
yeah. So all right. So we're all right now.
I actually like it now.
All right. See, I'm on my game.
But this is a remake
You
of
are
that
on
song.
your game.
I think the song's called. I'll find it. I'll
Okay.
find it.
Jake Wimberly joining us on the Out of Bounds Show, ESPN 105.9 The Zone. Jake hosts The Drive at 5 on ESPN 105.9 The Zone. He'll have Mario Hagan in studio. And
He played.
I hope that Mario Hagan takes the gloves off and calls it like if he says anything, I hope y'all will tweet it out.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
And hashtag Hail State while
Hey,
you're doing it,
real
because
quick-
I think it's time for some of those guys to decide if they want to be on Scully, and it's okay, or if they just want to do something else. Like be a regular student.
It's becoming apparent they want to do that.
Man, the effort's bad in Starkville. With Ole Miss, I don't know what team. Is Ole Miss not one of the most difficult teams to describe this year?
Yeah.
Knowing that they were up 3 touchdowns against FSU and at Alabama, and kind of you got to see a glimpse of what they could be.
Yep. I think they are. And we talked about.
They had DeAndre Francois he was all tangled up in the first half, and they had Jalen Hurts tangled up in the first quarter. But yet we're going down the wire here, and they should win Saturday, but that'll be their 6th win to go to Memphis or somewhere.
It's crazy. Of course, they've had a ton of injuries, which is, I don't know. Ole Miss has had a lot of injuries over the last couple of years. Now, I don't know if that's just bad luck or if you frame that up to maybe something in the strength and conditioning. Who knows how you frame that up?
Right.
But they've had a lot of injuries. But you're right. Coming into the year, a lot of people felt like, and I did too, that they could potentially be that SEC West champion.
Or contender all the way down to the wire.
Yeah, to the wire.
Yeah.
Or, at least be in that college football playoff talk. But
Right.
like you said, they looked that part against Florida State in the first half, couldn't hold on. They looked that part against Alabama for sure in the first half. I mean, they've played Alabama.
They were up against Auburn at halftime and up against Arkansas at halftime.
Yep.
And so they were up against Florida State, Alabama, Arkansas, and Auburn at halftime.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's crazy. If they could have held on, I mean, we'd be talking about them playing in Atlanta
In
next week.
Florida, right, or competing for something pretty big. Egg Bowl Smack, Steven called in yesterday. This is the only Egg Bowl Smack we've had all week, 601-707-3750. I have the game 45-28 Ole Miss. This is Steven yesterday, one of the callers. Good morning. What do you have for us?
Bo, I've been listening to your show and the other local shows this week, and I don't know if I'm just missing it, but I haven't heard any of the friendly back and forth banter that makes Egg Bowl week fun. Have I missed it, or has there been any of that?
None.
None?
No, I started the show. I laid out the Leo Lewis stuff starting the show and how bogus the reports were from Oxford Ole Miss media on that. They've totally missed on that. But other than that, we haven't had trash talking or calls back and forth from Rebs and Dogs.
Wow, well that's no good, because that's part of what makes it fun. Obviously not the not the psycho stuff, but the fun back and forth.
Sure.
Well, anyway, I've got a business proposition for you, Bo, 'cause I know you're a business guy.
Okay.
All right, this is guaranteed to make us a bunch of money. What we're going to do is we're going to buy Ole Miss fans for what they're worth and sell them for what they think they're worth.
Oh, good. Okay. That's just he's taking shots left and right. That was the first and only Egg Bowl Smack of the week on the show.
Why? Why have we not had more? Why is this year different? But that much different?
We haven't had any.
No, none of it.
None.
The
because of what
station has-
happened. Just
Yeah.
what's happened.
I think a lot of people have checked out.
yeah.
Now, come Saturday.
Ole Miss got excited again, and nobody gets excited. Like you got to love them. Nobody gets excited, and they got excited coming out of A&M, and then
Oh, yeah.
Vanderbilt just took
Every bit of state.
that heart out and drove a stake through it on midfield at Vandy. And
Now-
Drew told us there was a whopping 14,000 fans there.
Wow.
I mean, when they showed when they panned the stadium, Jake, Saturday night, Texas high school football draws more.
Yep.
Now,
You're right.
Sunday be a whole different story. There will be Trash Talk Sunday. There will be Trash Talk Saturday
night.
Absolutely.
No, starting at 5:30, 6 o'clock Saturday afternoon.
There will be.
Yeah.
Ole Miss, Mississippi State, no doubt. Who's your number one candidate for Florida State if Jimbo Fisher goes to LSU? I was thinking about,
I'm a good football coach. Won a bunch of games.
so Bob Stoops is out there. He's been in Oklahoma a long time. You feel like they're getting tired of each other. Martin D'Antonio. James Franklin. James Franklin may look at, okay, look, I've gone 9-2 so far. Let's say he beats Michigan State 10-2. I'm not going to recruit to the level that Ohio State and Michigan recruit. I'm out in the middle of nowhere. The TV thing, paradigm shift. It's not 1978 where Joe Paul could go get players.
Right.
I've been up to that campus. You have to want it. It's 3 hours from Pittsburgh, 3 hours from Philadelphia, in the middle of nowhere. Does James Franklin say, you know what, Florida State recruits itself? I wake up in sunshine every day around a bunch of recruits, and I'm probably as hot as I'm ever going to be at Penn State if I beat Michigan State this weekend and go 10-2 and go to the Big Ten championship game. So we know Urban, Harbaugh, and Saban are off the table.
Yeah,
I
they're
don't think a David Shaw, Jake, from Stanford leaves the Bay Area, and I don't think Chris Peterson leaves Seattle with the Washington Huskies.
Yeah, I don't think either one of those would leave out west. David Shaw seems like that's where he wants to be.
Yeah.
That's a good fit for him. And he can win there.
Sure.
Yeah, he's
and they'll
won
pay
there.
him, and they like him.
And they get good players.
He's going to have it. No doubt they do. And he'll have an opportunity to go to the NFL. His dad was in the
Yeah.
NFL. I think Shaw already coached in the NFL. Any of that do anything? Gundy is 9-2. James
Gundy's gonna
Franklin's
finish with 10
9-2.
wins.
Who do they play? Oklahoma to wrap up the year?
I saw it.
I don't know if they're going to beat Oklahoma. Petrino, they're not going to pay. Florida State's not wired to pay $10 million buyout.
Oh, okay, I guess
Brad
I'm
Edwards
included.
shot down Gus Malzahn going from Auburn to Florida State. But if I'm Gus and I get the opportunity, I go. You're in there with the biggest monster, the biggest, baddest bear.
They'd accept
And-
the Gus bus?
Hey, don't ever put it past Sexton.
The Gus bus is broke.
They're 8-3, and they'll be 8-4.
It's true.
But I don't know if they'll consider Gus. They may have to, though. Larry Fedora is a joke, but they may a lot. 80s
Hey.
and presidents don't know, so he's going to be on. He's at least going to be rumored. What do you think?
Here's one.
Okay.
Jeremy Pruitt leaving Alabama, returning defensive coordinator for Alabama,
Mm-hmm.
returning to Florida State. He was the defensive coordinator there, but returning as head football coach. Now this is, that's what I was trying to find here. Chad Scott, Mike Hugan, and Gridiron Now
Sure.
talking about this on their site this morning.
Oh,
Said
Pruitt.
possibly. Said,
Yeah.
hey, would he consider it? Would Florida State consider it?
Oh, he would.
If
He'd
Jim-
walk there from
Yeah.
Tuscaloosa to Tallahassee.
But
But you're right. Will he make the top 5 candidates for FSU?
did they want a defensive guy? Is that what they want? But this just seems like
Well,
people are
everybody
going more
wants
often.
Saban. They
Well, there's no
believe
Saban.
Exactly, but that's true.
They want the tree, with the
Exactly.
branches.
Yes, yes.
Well, they're not.
What about Brian Harsin at Boise? I go Gundy. I go all these
gross.
other guys we're talking about. Franklin at Penn State, D'Antonio at Michigan State, Gundy at Oklahoma State. Guys that have won and have a track record. Before I get to nothing against Brian Harsin at Boise and what he's
Right.
doing, I'm
Just-
impressed. Western Michigan, PJ Fleck.
That's where I was about to go. Where's he going
Hey.
to land?
He's
Bad
hot.
option.
Somebody will pick him up. Now, it may not be
But
one
will
of
it
the
be
big-
like a Gundy or a D'Antonio or a Franklin moving to FSU and opening up one of those jobs where PJ ends up at Michigan State, Penn State, or Oklahoma
Yeah,
State?
I think so. If Fisher goes to LSU, I could see Gundy at Florida State.
Yeah, I think I don't know why. First of all, his mullet's awesome.
Oh, that's
yeah.
amazing.
He's a heck of a. He is since Les Miles left there, which was a long time ago to go to
Yeah.
LSU. Gundy has won and won and won, and evidently he and the AD and he and T. Boone Pickens don't get along. But
Right.
he wins so much,
He can't
neither
say
one
anything.
can do anything to him.
Right.
And they love him because he was a quarterback starting QB in the late '80s there. He and Barry Sanders actually had some decent teams there at OK State because that was while Switzer was dominating at Oklahoma.
I do have one name to throw. I know we're up against the break, but I have one name to throw out. I want to see where you go with this.
Okay.
Fuente. Justin Fuente.
He's only been at Vitek for 1 year,
I
but you're right.
understand that.
He could be a future star in the game.
And he's done well at Vitek.
Boy, Dan Mullen picked the wrong year to go 4-8, didn't he?
He
Oh,
did.
man.
Yeah, he would have to, like you said, take a huge. We know he has Jimmy Sexton, so we know he's looking.
Right.
He was looking before this year.
Yeah.
But he picked the wrong year.
He picked the wrong year to go 4-8.
He would have to
He was
take
looking last year.
Because he's a hell of a coach.
He is.
When you can go to 6 straight bowl games in Starkville and give them an NFL quarterback, that fan base, and go to number. Brad Edwards called it miraculous to go to number 1 and stay there 5 weeks in
Of course it
Starkville,
is.
Mississippi.
Yeah. And there's no doubt.
But if I'm an AD, I overlook the track record's too good. I give him a mulligan for this year and consider him for one of these, maybe for one of these jobs.
Yep.
Not sure which one. We'll take a break. Jake Wimberly, Drive at 5, with us in the Bank Plus studio. You're listening to the Out of Bounds Show on ESPN 105.9 The Zone, brought to you by the Ribeye and Bone-In Filet. It's Shapley's Steakhouse in Ridgeland. Visit shapleysrestaurant.com to make